Welcome to Skip-O-Matic's Model Mania. Here's another past build I've done. This is probably the most recent kit build that I've done. It's a kit bashing. I started with the Lindberg Little Red Wagon. Where is it? There it is, somewhere here. If I can get it in the camera. Let me zoom out. We zoom out a little bit. There we go. Maybe I can get it in there now. There we go. Lindberg Little Red Wagon. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this kit around. Probably even, if you have a stash, you probably even have one. This one's got some dust on it. That was the base for this model. And then I did some kit bashing using the Revell 77 Wrecker. And basically that is the tires and wheels and the axles, and the rear fenders for the dually fenders are from this Revell kit. You see it there. This is the Ford 50 Ford custom pickup. And then I did some resin making. Get these boxes all out of the way. For the front axle, because the front axle in the GMC Wrecker is just a straight axle. And to make it four-wheel drive, because this is four-wheel drive, I did a resin copy of the front axle from this AMT kit, the Firestone 78 Ford. And that's pretty much all the kits that were involved in building this. Turn this off for a minute. We'll go to the chassis. Okay, so the fenders are from the Revell 50 Ford, and I had to, kind of contour fit these. I put some pins to help hold it up there where it needed to be. And then on the chassis, see if I can turn this without breaking something on it. So I think I broke the mirrors off this a couple times. Here's the chassis. This is the rear axle out of the Revell Wrecker, and of course the dual wheels. This is the front axle from the Revell Wrecker. What I did is for the differential, I took a resin copy of the axle from the AMT 78 Ford, and it's in two pieces, and then I just modified it and put it on top of the Revell straight axle and just kind of blended it in. I'm trying to remember if the springs are from the Revell. I think they are. The springs are from the Revell kit, if I recall. Or did I use the Lindberg ones? That I cannot recall. Not sure on that, but either way, the parts with all these kits is what I used to make this. I added this transfer case. That's a resin copy of a transfer case. I believe that's also from the 78 Ford AMT kit. I have a mold for that. And then this drive shaft is came from one of the AMT USA 1 monster trucks, the 125 scale one. And this one, I think, is a drive shaft I had, and I took a piece of tubing, I think it's a piece of aluminum tubing, made like a slip yoke, and built this drive shaft with the ends from I believe it was a drive shaft out of my leftover parts bin. And that's pretty much the most of it right there. Just make sure everything's centered up on the body for the axles. The engine is just, that's Chevy orange engine enamel. And the rest of it is just testers, paints. The axles, I painted spray bomb with just a regular, like a satin black, low gloss black. And then these are unibodies, so I painted the underside the same color as the body. So that was all the modifications for the chassis. And of course I had to open up the wheel openings on the body, and then put these fenders, the dually fenders, on. So that's the underside, that's the chassis. I was building this as a nice work truck. My intention, I have some hitch parts. I got to put the receiver hitch on it yet. And I have gooseneck hitch parts to go in the bed. I have idea for building a gooseneck trailer to go with this. So eventually, somewhere down the road, I will have a gooseneck trailer to go with this truck. It'll be a 2-axle dual wheel trailer, like a 20,000 pound gooseneck. The doors are still operational, so you can see inside. I'll go ahead and start this back up again. Let it run around here. Zoom in a little bit. There we go. Now the whole body on this and the interior is all craft paints. I airbrushed pretty much all the body and interior parts. Both colors, craft paint. Interior is all craft paint. Same with the floor mat. That's just a black little flat black craft paint. I mean, this kit's not really detailed, so if there's any detail, you kind of have to add to it. I didn't get real crazy on the interior. That's that. The tailgate still opens. I won't mess with it. And that's pretty much about it. A lot of the work was all just in getting the 4-wheel drive built into it. And then of course, you know, I'll have a gooseneck trailer go with it eventually. But my idea was just, it didn't have to be super shiny. This has the craft paint and then 2 coats of future floor polish on it. And I could probably make it a lot shinier, but I didn't want it to be real shiny. It's supposed to be more of a work truck, a nice clean work truck. And that's was the whole deal with this build. Crazy idea I got in my head, had to do it. I don't know how crazy it is. More like probably stupid. And that's it. Can't think of anything else to really tell you about it. Just a Dodge A100 truck made into a dually 4x4. I kind of have a whole bunch of other things I want to go with this. This is more of a bigger, this is first part of a larger build. So in the meantime, it sits in a little case up on the shelf. And that's that for this one. If you like this, hit like. Thanks for stopping by. As always, if you haven't subscribed and you're new and you haven't subscribed and you're inclined to subscribe, go ahead and do that. Leave comments. I always read the comments and always try to answer them. And I guess I'll go on to another build. So thanks for stopping by, and till next time, catch you later.